Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 21, and today we're going to be competing in the Red Bull Rookies Cup for round 3 here in Mugello. Don't forget, this is a challenge, so we'll be starting from the back of the grid and we'll be stuck on power setting 1 for the duration of the race. So here we go then, starting at the back of the grid here in Mugello. This one's going to be tough for power setting 1, but away we go. How much time are we going to lose on this straight? Are we even going to make it to turn 1 in any position gained? I do not think so. Look how far back we are now. Goodness me. It's a 5/10 of a second lead, or 5/10 of a second gap, should I say, and 2 seconds back from David Munoz. So that is quite ridiculous. On the right-hand side, we will go for San Donato for the very first time. And do not forget, guys, this is a 4-lap sprint. So we do not have much chance, we do not have much time, we need to move now with the power setting 1. So onto the right hand side we will go, trying to move past the number 42 of Soma Gorbe as we now try to move up on the left hand side, round the outside, not quite. Did consider it going around the outside. Nishimura chucking it on the right hand side, the number 5 and number 14 couldn't quite get it stuck there, but we are doing everything we can to try and move ahead of Bossari as we now dive on the inside now for Casanova. Can we get the change of direction for Savelli and then another rider on the left hand side? This is the crucial part for us now here in Mugello. The hills of Tuscany has to be the best part for us. We've got to go round into Arrabbiata 2, and thereon taking as many positions as possible. We're going to lose so much time on the straights. We have to be so good on the brakes, and we have to make up as many overtakes as possible. So into Siberia for the very first time of asking, moving up on the inside, and not 1 but 2 but 3 riders possibly, as we now go into 90th position. This is excellent. This is what we needed, this is what we wanted, and this is what we have right now. On the right hand side we'll go for Corantayo, going for that wider sweeping line because I want to go around the outside of a couple of riders here and try and get the change of direction for the left hand side for Biondetti 1, and hopefully then get a good launch out of Biondetti 2. Touching Matteo Vitelli is not what we require, but we should still be in a good position to go into Bacchini and pick up a lot of slipstream. I'm hoping for a top 5 finish here. I do not think we'll be able to get the victory, as the gap is still 2.5 seconds. We get lifted up just briefly there from Eddie O'Shea. Of course, contact and carnage was ensued last time out when I bumped into the side of Eddie O'Shea as he was sent flying before the Lorenzo corner last time out in Jerez. But now bringing on the power with the slipstream, we do get past Scott Ogden. Are we able, bad English there as we now go on the left hand side, keeping it nice and tight, moving on the inside of the number 78, up on the inside of Perrin as we now break very, very firm for San Donato for turn 1. Right hand side of your screens, we are losing a little bit more time. The number 78 of Jakob Rosenthaler moved up on the inside as we now go on the left hand side once again for Luco, and then for the right hand side we do have the opportunity to bring on a lot of power here. Very, very strong braking into Materassi. Going to move over to the right hand side here and hopefully break around the outside of the Austrian. Is not quite. Maybe this time with a change of direction up on the inside, and not 1 but 2. A little bit out of shape there. Track limit warning for the very first time for Grant, so be careful on that one. And here in Mugello, as we dive over the inside, Eddie O'Shea. Can we get the change of direction? Oh, just touched the rear tyre of, I still don't know how to pronounce this one properly, but I'll try it. Vierge, maybe? I've certainly tried it up on the inside of the Dutchman as we now move on the inside once again, to this time making it stick. Right hand side for Arrabbiata 2. Right on the rear tyre of the number 55, Noah Detweiler, as we'll try and get up the inside of the Swiss. Move out the way. Noah says no. I'm going to try and move around the left hand side, but Noah still up on the inside. Beautifully done, but oh goodness me, that's a lot of speed we picked up around the outside. Very, very aggressive. Even though we only got TCS 1 enabled, we're still very, very powerful on the acceleration. So around the outside into Corantayo, still holding on the position, and there ahead of us is Mr. Plonks, of course, Gabin Plonks, the Frenchman, only featured in 1 round in the real Red Bull Rookies Cup, but still for now, he's actually competing quite nicely for some decent points in 13th place. So on the left-hand side we will go. This is where I'm concerned. Bacchini with no slipstream. The gap is 2.5 to David Munoz and 0.7 of a second to Plonks ahead of us. What is the gap going to be as we cross the line? What is the gap going to be when we get to San Donato? And what is the gap afterwards? So here we go then. The gap is increasing. It's 0.8 of a second. Will it reach 0.9 of a second or maybe a second? Very, very close. It's going to be close here. 9.5 of a second. We lost 2.5 of a second on that straight. That's not as bad as I envisioned. I envisioned it to be much, much worse than that. As we now go on the left-hand side for the very third time of asking here in Luco, and then to the right, of course, for the nice and tight Poggio Secco. Beautifully done there, taking 5/10 of a second, taking 6/10 of a second away from the person in 13th place, Mr. Plonks. And now go on the left-hand side for Materassi. Do we get the change of direction for Borgo San Lorenzo? We do somewhat over the inside of the number 48. And we now can start the charge to chase down the riders ahead of us. Casanova tackled pretty nicely. Savelli, do we tackle it just as well? I'll tell you what, we certainly do, but earing down a little bit too early there for my liking is losing us time. So got to be careful on the next time. Going super tight to the apex there, touching the rumble strip is not advised, but we did it on that occasion. The gap has come down to 2/10 of a second, and the gap to the leader now down to 1.6 seconds. Goodness me. Going for a lunge here into Scarpa ahead of Moreira. That is a beautifully positioned move. No, don't touch my tyre. Oh, we had the same thing in Moto 3 in the career mode, and now unfortunately, oh, that's crucial. That is absolutely huge. We were charging. We were absolutely charging on that previous lap, and this lap as well, and Moreira did not want us to get up on the inside and just give us an almighty whack. Oh, that's annoying. That is very, very annoying, but still we can claw back some more additional points, but I genuinely felt we had a lot to give there. I needed that slipstream. We desperately needed it, and I still can get some, but what a wasted lap. We were so much quicker. We lost around 8/10 of a second when we were flying there, and then unfortunately Moreira give us that big don't argue. Oh, goodness me. Across the line we will go. We're still going to be the fastest man on track, surely, for the 2:02.273, but what could have been? Never mind, but I guess we've got what we've got. I'm still confident we can get close to the points, but the podium could very well be out of reach now, braking extremely firm for Sondinato, gaining 3/10 of a second on that corner alone, as to how much quicker we were going into there. Now onto the left-hand side for Luco, for turn 2 for the final time of asking. Turn 3 for the final time of asking. Diogo Moreira is ahead of us. Bit of contact for Alonso as he gets the wrath of Matt Grant right there in 13th position as we now go on the left-hand side, keeping it nice and tight to the apex for Materassi. We might get a chance to dive over the inside into Borgo San Lorenzo, and we do that. Now can we get ahead of the number 92? Move out of the way, Sunshine, because you have just really, really messed our chances up of victory here. But we'll get on the left-hand side for Casanova, and then for Savelli for the left-hand side, rather. And that is beautifully done. We are still in the fight here for a good position. A podium might be a bit too much to ask for now, but look how much speed we have gained, and look how much time we've gained. Keep an eye on the top right-hand corner of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. The top right-hand corner of your screen is the gap where we were compared to the previous lap. I wonder how much different that will be when we go into the left-hander for Pelagio in just a moment's time. Scarpa tackled perfectly. Left-hand side for Pelagio, up on the inside. Look at that, a whole second. We were killing it on that previous lap, 1.2 seconds quicker compared to the previous lap, where we actually set the fast lap of the race even after touching Diogo Moreira, or Diogo Moreira touched us rather, pushing Ferrari out of the race, or Toro out of the way, as we now go on the left-hand side for Biondetti 1. Biondetti 2, we have tackled this with tremendous speed. Look how close we are now to the top 6. David Munoz ahead of us, Daniel Munoz, there's too many Munoz in this particular Grand Prix, as we go on the left-hand side now for Boccini, keeping it nice and tight to the apex. Power setting 1 is enabled, giving him a good old lunge at the inside there for Heinrich. Can we now get a bit of slipstream and get into the top 5? It's not going to happen. It looks like Milan's going to win this from Holgado, and Mario Aggi takes 3rd position. What a race across the line. Goodness me, Diogo Moreira absolutely ruined that one for us. A 2-minute 7.56 our fastest lap. Wow, almost 2 seconds quicker than your race winner, Alex Milan. So Milan, Holgado and Aggi take your podium, but let's have a look at the championship standings, because that's what matters the most, and we are now trailing by 5 points to David Munoz. Not the worst in the world. We lost a few more points in this one, just 3 points as a matter of fact, but we could have done so much better without that moment. But let's not dwell, let's move on to the next round. So guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below. And of course, stick around for a lot more DrAce content by hitting the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now, with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.